Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with the second video for using the wax seals that I created in the first unboxing video for the Craspire wax seals that I did the unboxing for. So if you missed that video, I'll try to link it below. But they reached out to me and asked if I would like to try out their product and do an unboxing. So I'll be doing a total of 3 videos, which is per kind of the arrangement, the agreement. So we did the first one, which was the straight up unboxing and making the wax seals. This one we're going to make these over the page clusters. These are all 3 going to be for the Beloved Beauty journal. They're going to be fairly similar just because of the theme of the journal, which is an antique romance / Victorian type of thing. So let's go ahead and get going. As you can see, I already did pull all of my pieces. I am still coming out on the other side of the family emergency. At the time that I'm filming this, we're still lifting my sister up. We're still all the details and all the plans and all of the hope and all of that stuff is all unfolding right now as we speak. All positive, all beautiful, and will be beautifully hard, but I believe that that my sister, my sweet young sister, can get the healing and the support that she needs. So really treasuring her and believing for the best for her. So that's why I've been missing in action, although by the time you see this video you will have seen many videos as I have gotten caught up. So hope to be back on track. I've missed being here and missed creating. It had been over 3 weeks since I even really stepped foot in the studio, other tthan to sit here and feel uninspired and unable to move and unable to process and unable to create. So we're going to start by, I'm going to get my, I forgot to get my ink out, goodness gracious. So I've got my vintage photo archival ink, which is typical for me. And so we're going to make 3 of these. So let's go ahead and start with this, this big one here, the bigger. So the way it's going to work, and what I did is I took a piece of paper from my scraps. So these are, this could also be a crash your trash kind of video, but what I did is I picked some paper. I wanted it to be double backed because the back of that is going to show, so I just cut a 2 pieces the same size and I folded it here, so this part is going to hang over the back of the page. So let's go ahead and first get these glued together, and then we can move on to the next step. You see that right there? There's my pin. The pin I'm always whining about, putting it in my styrofoam there, or my foam. So let's see if we can get this to come out. Persnickety, or glitter glue. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And my glue's falling everywhere. It's going to be hopefully a short video for you guys. I think I may stitch around these. We'll see. I think I'm going to get all 3 of these glued together, and then I think I might do some stitching. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Whoops. Not that side. I'm going to try to line this up as best I can. I will pause and do the stitching so you don't have to listen to that. I can't get the sewing machine in camera in view, so unfortunately I can't do that. This is, we've got some overhang here, but I'm just going to trim it off with my scissors. Goodness, can't cut today though. Noisy motorcycles outside again today. We live on a backcountry road and they seem to get a little bit crazy, in my opinion. So I'm going to pull all of these bits off here. You can't see much of this because it's kind of off screen up there. And we're going to prep all 3 of these. This one I don't have to double because it's already printed on the back. So that's going to be fine. I think the stability is still going to be pretty okay. I don't know, maybe I will back that. Let me see if I've got something handy here that I can just put on the back of this without too much trouble here. Just to be consistent. Nope, that's not big enough. Okay, I am being overcome with scraps, to be quite honest with you, and I'm debating on how I'm going to reconcile this issue, because I'm doing crash or trash and my trash is not getting less. It's actually getting more. So I don't know. I'm going to go with this without backing it because I don't have a piece of paper handy there. So those two are ready to go. I'm just trying to keep these kind of in the same general plan here. And so yeah, this is going to be for the Beloved Beauty Journal, which I am behind on, as well as I need to now get started on the 1,500 subscriber themed journal giveaway that my dear friend Evie won in the drawing. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I just have to kind of pace myself because I've got the Beloved Beauty Journal going, and I've also got the Adventure Journal that I need to work on. So I'm trying to be, yeah, I'm trying to do a lot of stuff in the midst of a lot of stuff, if you know what I mean. So, but summer is coming, so I will be off for the summer, which is beautiful. So I will be able to get a lot of stuff done during the summer. So there we go, that's on there. Let me just adjust that and trim this up a little bit. These are all papers for the most part. This isn't paper from the kit or from the Beloved Beauty Journal, it's just a scrap, but these other ones are actually represented in the journal as well. So I'm going to go ahead and ink these really quick, and then I'm going to go to my sewing machine and do some stitching around all these edges is the plan. And it looks like I need to shut my shade too, so we'll probably do that while I've got the camera paused and get to that editing bit. So I am going to ink front and back because some of this stuff will show, which is why I really want to find a piece of paper. I might do that when I do the stitching, is find a piece of paper for that other piece to back it, because we want it all to look pretty, right? So let's just fold that again. I've never seen these done, so not quite the way that I'm doing it, but perhaps somebody has done an over-the-page cluster. I haven't watched many but YouTube videos. I feel really bad because all of my friends have been, you know, creating, and I've been missing in action. So I hope to get caught up with all of that stuff as well. It's going to be a pretty fast video, so if you don't mind, I'll just chat with you. I'm going to ride in with my husband in the truck to go put the boat in the lake because will be preparing to go on our annual family trip at the end of May. So I am going, oh, I didn't do this one. Goodness gracious. You know what? And let me find the paper. I will come back when this is backed and the stitching is done. Okay, those are done and sewn. I realized after I did that much of that is not going to show, at least on the front. On the back it will, but on the front it's going to be mostly covered over. But that's okay. So it's gonna go over the page like so, and then it'll probably need to clip with a paper clip or something. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that because I've never done this before, but I will figure that out when we get them in a journal. So the first one that we're going to do is this big one. So I'm going to set those aside, and this is one of the wax seals that I made. Even though this is not a rose, which is what I would have typically put in this journal, I am going to still use it because, again, I want to show off those wax seals. So they're beautiful. So we've got some various pieces of textile here. So we've got this piece of coffee dyed fabric that I coffee dyed. I did not do that. Oh, that's going to show. We can see the stitching. That's quite beautiful. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac and I'm just going to glue this down. I guess I need to leave that like so I can kind of see where we're going to go here. I like to put that there like so because then I can see where my glue line needs to be. Should be pretty simple. There we go. It's going to be lovely. And then we've got this piece of lace. This one's a little bit more simple than some of the other ones that I'm doing, but I feel like this needs to be narrower because I want to be able to see that fabric underneath. So I am going to cut this. That was not my plan because it is kind of it has two sides and two borders on it, but I am going to trim it off a little bit because I want to be able to see that brown fabric, that really grungy brown. So we're just going to slice that up the side. Yeah, I like that better. So let's go ahead and get that down as well. I am going to cut it off at the bottom a little bit just so that I can also see this scalloped bit here. I feel like my camera might have shifted while I was sewing, so let me adjust here. This is a stretchy fabric, so it's a little bit tricky to hold on to and whatnot. But it does not have to be perfect, does it? Except that's really crooked. There we go. Let's just try to trim that up a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to put some glue again on here. I love how this coffee dyed fabric, it's kind of it's a cotton blend fabric, and it is beautiful coffee dyed, as you can see. There we go. Let's just get that on there. Can always adjust it as I need to, which I do because I clearly don't have the straight concept here. There we go. So that is that. And then we've got a sentiment that says, "The greatest of these is love." I thought that was perfect for my friend and for her journal. So we're going to use that. Forgot to shut the shade. Hopefully that's not too bright. And then this is a piece of ribbon that comes in a roll from Hobby Lobby. I just cut the center out of it to just create less bulk, and so I can set the wax seal in the middle of it. I just need to think about where I want that to go. I think about there, and then we'll put the sentiment down on the bottom. So let's go ahead and get this glued on as well. Again, super simple project, not too complicated. I can't do complicated right now. Life can be challenging, can't it? I'm going to try to use my Fabri-Tac to glue this on. I think I've done that before with success, so I think we'll be all right. Looks like my Fabri-Tac needs to be unplugged. So I'm just going to set that right there, and I'm just going to hold it for a second in that squished down position. And yeah, my Fabri-Tac is plugged up. So let me see, that should be good. So let me see if I can unplug this so we can move on. It gets all gloppy in there and it just does not want to come out. So frustrating. Whoops. Ah. Come on, pin. Let's see. I just unplugged this last night too, and I haven't even used it again. Silliness. Oh man, come on. What do we do? Come on. You know what? I am not going to fuss with that right now. I'm going to grab my other bottle of Fabri-Tac, if I can reach it easily here, and just use it straight from the bottle, the big bottle here, because lately that bottle has been giving me trouble. I'm not sure why. So I'm going to switch those out and put this one upside down in my little container here. And then let's get this on. That's not sticking very well. So let me hold that again. May need some more glue. So we're going to go ahead and put this on as well using the Fabri-Tac because we are gluing on top of lace. So it says the greatest of these is love. I think it's perfect. And there is our first over the page cluster. We do need to do more with this. This is not going to work. I think I didn't have enough Fabri-Tac either because it was plugged up. So let's try that again. It's tricky to get it to make contact all around because it's this rosette thing is pretty bulky. So I'm gonna try to grab a clip, see if I can. Oh, a clip is not gonna reach. Doggone it. Bummer. Okay, well, let's just hold it for a second. How are you guys doing? Let's just chat a minute. I hope that you are well. Really, really looking forward to summer in my world, as I'm sure most people are. So there we go. That is much better. I love it. It's going to be gorgeous. So that's the first one. This is the second one. And so this one, we're not going to really see the edges because of the lace that I chose. So I've got this piece of gold lace, which is absolutely amazing. So you can still see the stitching through it though, which I think is really appealing. So we're going to go ahead and just cover this whole thing with Fabri-Tac. Just going to be really generous with it so that we get a good adhesion. And to the edge too, because this lace is going to hang over. And I'm going to put it straight in the middle, and I'm going to make sure it butts up to that top part and that it's even from side to side, which it looks to be good. Let me grab my paper towel. Let's just push that down like so. And let's see, I like to look at the back just to see how even it is. Looks pretty good. And then we've got this piece of lace. This I've mentioned before is from an old scarf that I recycled, repurposed, and I just love the rose designs on it. So we're going to go ahead and put that on the top of this lace, like so. Perfect. Nice. Lots of glue coming through there, but that's all right. It's going to dry just fine. And then I have this other piece that I thought would be a great place for that wax seal to sit. So we're going to put that kind of, I think I want to kind of put it up here towards the top. So about like that. So let's go ahead and get that on. And again, I'm going to try to go as much to the edge as I can. Really gluey. And then we're going to put that on there. I'm going to again use my paper towel to press that down like so. And if you guys are interested in this Craspire product, they sent me what is a floral set of wax seals, and everything will be linked along with a coupon code. I believe it's Healing5, and it's $5 off a purchase of $40. So in the first video, I didn't put that actually in the video, and I was unable to retrieve that video to edit it again. So unfortunately, I did miss out on that opportunity, but it is in the video descriptions and elsewhere. So. But this time I wanted to make sure I mentioned that before I finish up here. So we're just going to set that wax seal right there in the middle, just like that. Gorgeous. And then we've got our sentiment that says first pray, which looks a little bit crooked. So let me straighten that out just a little bit more. Yeah. That first pray. Boy, that has sure been true these last few weeks. Trials, you know, that calls for a lot of dedicated prayer and faith, and you know, taking our hands off of the thing that we're worrying about or the problem that we want to solve when we really can't solve it. You know, only God can solve it, and God needs the partnership of that person, and that can be really hard. It's complicated and challenging and all of that stuff. So there is our second one. Love that. I love how this almost looks like jewelry hanging off of that. So that is our second one. So let's go ahead and finish up here. Lickety split here. So we've got a few layers here as well. We've got this lace layer that's going to hang off of one side just because I like that scalloped edge. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Like so. And I do want it to hang over considerably because it's so beautiful. I need another paper towel. I've got getting lots of Fabri-Tac out of that bottle, so I'm just going to kind of dab it and see if I can get rid of some of that excess. There we go. So that is first layer, and then we've got this lace, which is the second layer. One of my favorite laces. Really, really beautiful. Looks like it's crooked on the end though, so let's straighten that out just a tad. There we go. So this is going to cover, again, most of that landscape there. So I'm just going to put glue everywhere. With Fabri-Tac, it's not going to go anywhere, so it is secure. So even though, like, putting this lace on, we do lose some visibility to that, to the base of the other lace, but that was not the, you know, not the star of the show here. So it's just an accent, a little bit of extra interest. So I'm not concerned about any of that being wrinkly or anything. I think it adds to it, but look at that. It's just gorgeous lace. So then we've got a piece of that same scarf that I was talking about, and it actually, the underside of it is this kind of loose weave, whatever, I don't know even what you call it, but I use that stuff a lot in my projects because it's really, it's just really, it's transparent, not transparent, but you can see through it because it's such an open weave, and it creates a great effect. So we're just going to put that on here as well. I'm putting that stuff down here, so I do want to have that kind of up so that we can see that beautiful bit on the bottom, like so. Oh, this is gorgeous. And then we have Saved by Grace for this one, so I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. I hope that you guys will keep following along. If you want to see what we've been up to in the Beloved Beauty Journal, you can check out the playlist on the channel. So this one we're going to put the, let's see where we want the wax seal, and then where we'd want the word. My word is a little bit bigger than I had planned, so I'm trying to think. Oh, I think like that, because I don't want to cover up the roses here, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere my oh goodness, what's this called? Gauze, muslin. No, I just said it, didn't I? That's okay, you guys know what I mean, right? It'll come to me about the time I turn the camera off. There we go. And then we're going to put some Fabri-Tac on the back of the wax seal. And again, just give you a close-up of this gorgeous, gorgeous seal. Look at that. The detail on these is just incredible. I think that's what I love the most. I'm definitely going to be ordering from them, aside from what they had already sent me, so I look forward to doing that. Just going to put that right there. And then we're going to glue our sentiment on, and then we are done. So guys, I hope that if you're new to the channel, you would go ahead and hit like and subscribe. And if you're interested in the kinds of things I'm creating, I'm back on the saddle, so you should be seeing videos 3 times a week at least, barring any other unexpected surprises. But this is number 3. I'll probably trim that off a little bit at the top, we'll see. But thank you guys so much for coming by. Take care. Bye-bye.